Hey, how's everybody doing today? Dave in Kentucky. Here with some coffee. It's Mysore Nuggets that I've been trying out, new to me, from Coffee Bean Corral. It's got a nice chocolatey, nutty notes to the coffee, and so I'm enjoying that. And then we're going to move on to Coffee Bean Corral's Four Horsemen, which is a blend of four different beans that they have and they produce. Anyway, so let's get on with the shave. I'll just say I've got some stuff going on with family right now. We had a loss in the family that was close to me, but I wanted to get this video out and review because I do appreciate the generosity of Pete and Ian sending me a couple things to try out. And I mentioned it in my last video, lost 2 subscribers. So was it because I said I got some free stuff in and they're afraid it's not going to be an honest review? I don't know. Pete said that they wanted an honest, unwhitewashed review and wanted to send me some things. Is that okay? That's what they're going to get here. You can give an honest review of things and be respectful of things that can be improved or things you like about it. You don't have to lie to shill stuff. Anyway, so we're going to do a review of Hendrix Classics and Company. And I was going to pick the Southern Comfort scent, and he kind of directed me. He said, we've got some others we're really proud of. Are you sure? And after I looked, it took some time to look some more. I settled on Gunslinger, and I'm glad I did. Thank you, Pete, for giving me a little direction to spend some time and read the different things. So Gunslinger's scent notes. This is a dupe of Red Tobacco by Mansera. Sorry, not familiar with them. Following chords, the prominence, and this is what I get from it. It's got a lot of different stuff in it, but it's warm, spicy, tobacco, woody, sweet, vanilla, amber, cinnamon, oud, fruity. Right up my alley. I get the warm and spicy, the tobacco, and the woodiness, especially the sweetness and the vanilla stand out to me, but all that other stuff is there as well. Let me set my phone aside. That. And there's the pour. I used it yesterday, so I loaded off the tub, but it's just a smooth pour. It's a vegan soap. One thing I'll point out I really appreciate about this, I've got some high-end soaps, and they don't pay as much attention to putting the label on, and especially the side labels. And they've got like creases because they're crooked, and you got air under it and bubbles under it. Attention to detail. Appreciate that especially. So something I noted myself. The other thing we're going to use, we're going to whip things up with my Graydog. Again, Steve, hope you're doing okay. It's my quilt brush from him with a brown synthetic knot. And we're going to use an Ender's razor today. And the reason we're going to do that, I've had the green, the red, the yellow. Only have the green one right now. You'll see this usually in black. The older ones are a, let me get this straight. These are the Speed shavers, and there was a Speed razor. I guess it was more of a squared off one, the early model. But then you'll see these in black, rounded edges on it a little more without the chrome insert. But they all take the same blade that has little ears on it. You can see, and this is a blade that I took, an original blade, and I usually grind off a little bit. Take off a few millimeters, and then I'll stick a injector blade under it, and then I'll slide this in, and it holds it in place. And I've never had trouble with that. It's a little fidgety to get it in place and everything, but it works. Ian Lagaki, I'm guessing at the last name, probably butchering it. My apologies, Ian. It's an artisan that makes an adapter that uses, I'll show you the back of it, 2 magnets. He makes the adapter, and you set the, and I'll take this apart after the shave, but you set the injector blade right on the adapter and you slide it in. I will mention that when I first put it in, it was kind of going crooked. Some injector blades are a little longer or wider, and so they can get caught on there. So it was not this adapter's fault. In fact, I put on the micrometers, and the spacing and everything is dead on for this. So if the blade's crooked, it's not the adapter's fault. Also, you really have to push. The first time I put this in, it didn't really lock in place. So it probably takes a little wearing in these ears. to push on that, make sure you get it settled in and look. And so this comes in a regular and mild form, and this is the regular, which puts it basically right on the edge of those combs, which is where I usually had set mine. So I appreciate that. Nice shave with this yesterday. So let's go ahead and wet my face and get to loading the tub here. I should say wet my face and load off of the tub here. So this is a vegan soap, but lots of good ingredients. Ingredients list is on the back. I guess I'd hold it up there. Probably not going to make it out, but you can pause it, maybe read that. Just telling you some of the stuff that's in here, the good stuff. The glycerin, coconut oil, reconstituted aloe juice, goat's milk, shea butter, castor oil, bentonite clay, and then fragrance, tussa silk. So as I mentioned, a lot of good stuff here. I'm a heavy loader of my soaps, got tons of soap, not worried about running out, and I'd rather have too much than not enough for the shave. So I lost those 2 subscribers. I thought that was funny. And you know, I'm not overly focused on subscriber count. I don't really care. I really honestly don't. I mean, it's nice though. You do these videos, you put them out. It takes effort, but that's our decision. I enjoy doing them, but the only feedback you get as to if people are enjoying the content is basically the subscriber count. Seeing that, you see it go down, you think, well, what did I do? You know, whatever. I appreciate my regular subscribers that have stuck with me and are viewing the videos and commenting. Appreciate all of you. Alright, let me clean this tub up a little bit. Yes, I rinsed them. Yes, water gets in there. Never had trouble. I've covered that in other videos. Let me dry the outside of the tub. Towel, I'm still here. There, let's set that aside. Scent strength, you know, I'm not going to put numbers on it. Strong. You know, I was smelling it off the tub, but you start lathering and it really comes alive. As I said in my last video, anybody selling shave soaps, for the most part, well, you know, and involved on the forums, it's hard to find a bad one anymore. I mean, there's junk stuff out there being sold by markets and things that are just people that, you know, I say on the farm type things, they're producing hand soaps and things, and they think, oh, I'll make a shave soap. They don't realize, excuse me, that there's more to it. And so those can fall short. I'm sure you can go on Etsy or eBay and find some junk, but for the most part, stuff we're seeing on the forums, you're not going to find a bad soap. Some may be better than others. You've got your top tier and stuff, but you can see nice lather, sheen to it. And let's go ahead and remove it. So as I mentioned, this adapter, I had not got one because, you know, I was able to do it with the shim, but much easier to do it with this. Now that I have this one, I appreciate it. I thank Ian. I will say that the regular one, as I mentioned, puts the blade right where I was positioning it when I had the adjustability of putting it where I wanted. When I would have it further back, I just wasn't getting enough hair removal to make me happy, so I moved it forward. So this is the regular, and where the regular holds it is ideal for me, but there is blade feel. And I may remove some stress bumps with life right now. You may see a couple red dots because the blade is out there. But if you prefer a more mild shave, he has a mild version. I wish I'd held on to my yellow Ender's speed shaver there. You don't find these colored ones that often. The yellow, in my experience, is the one that's harder to find. It's rare. Should have held on to it, let it go in a weak moment. And the fragrance just stays with you. Even take a little more water. Kind of rushed the lather building there because I wanted to have time to discuss it. But very happy with it. The soap. You know, one of the forums, DFS, obviously this is the one that I'm on. Someone commented, said, YouTubers, they always like everything they use. Well, if you can use, you know how to lather soap, you can, like I said, there's not bad ones out there for the most part. And I mean, you can't make up what you're seeing. This is a tremendous lather. It provides what you need as far as protection. The slickness is there. Now at the end of the video, if I forget, remind me. Don't let me forget to take the razor apart, clean it, and show you the adapter. And how it functions. When's technology going to get to that point where you can hit a little button, have audio come across, hey Dave, you forgot such and such. As far as these razors, the black ones come up pretty frequently. You'll see them on eBay, and you'll find them at flea markets and such. And for reasonable money, it should be under $20, even if it's in a case or box. Pete, did I mention I appreciate you guiding me to the Gunslinger scent? very happy with this. I have enough bourbon whiskey scented ones. I'm glad I didn't stay with that and follow your advice. Okay, against the grain. So as I said, these razors, the black versions, can be found frequently for good prices. And you don't have to be worried about, oh, does it come with the blades? How do I use it with an injector blade? And you know, the price on the adapters are $30, and you might think, well, that's a lot of money. You know, it's the time involved to do that, and it turns these razors into usable works of art from a bygone year. And if you think about it, how many people are using these razors? How many do you think Ian is selling? I don't think he's getting rich off of these. Ian's got other talents, other things he does, and you can find those offerings also at Hendrix Classics and Company. There we go. Just that one treble spot I usually have. That's a nice shave. I hit it with a little witch hazel. And while that dries down, let's clean the brush real quick. Get some slurps of coffee. And let's clean the razor and take that apart. Then we'll put some aftershave on. Don't let me forget the aftershave. Pete included that. And I have some thoughts on that because I am very fussy about my aftershave. I can't stand having one that leaves me feeling oily, or even later when you're working in the heat or whatever, it gets all, anyway, we'll get to that. So there you have the razor. Hopefully my fingers aren't wet and I can pull I need something to grip a little bit better. I'll just grab it with this. Okay, pull it out, and the blade stayed. And again, that's not the adapter's fault. That's how tight some of these are. I've actually thought of grinding off the ends of some of these injector blades because they catch on the sides. They are a little wider. So here's the adapter. I showed you the back of it. It has the ears that go down and ride in on this area here. And then on this side, it's dummy proof. The injector sits right against that little lip there. So let me set that on the lip. And it snaps right on because of the magnet. The magnet's just got to hold it in place until you slide it into the razor. Then it's held on its own. How can I do this for you? Okay. You get it there and you hear it click. It's in, and there you go. Very nifty device, Ian. Nice job on that. I can't imagine the time it's involved in trying to put them together and make sure everything is spot on as you have. Very good job. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Okay. Back to this. And I don't know what, here's the ingredients. SDA 40B 100 proof alcohol. Fragrance, polysorbonate 80. So not a lot of ingredients, but I put this on yesterday and I was thinking, man, this is like EDT strength. And I think that Pete's known for that. I think I've heard that before. And I will say that I get a lot of burn. I don't know if it's all alcohol. I think some of it's fragrance oil probably. And it almost feels a little sticky when I first put this on. But I'll tell you, yesterday, the burn subsided very quickly. And I ended up going up on the hillside, cutting some trees and stuff. I was just trying to clear my head because of stuff going on, like I said, with family. Losing a very dear uncle to me, riding partner. Don't want the video to be about that. Typically, if I had this over glycerined aftershave or whatever, and you start sweating a little bit, it gets all, you know, you feel it come back. Not with this. This dried down and already the burn is like dissipating slowly. That's why I know it's not an alcohol, because it would have been gone quicker. But it's not so much I won't use it. This is going to be a soap and splash that I'll use and enjoy very much so. But the face feel was really good. So I don't know, I'm not a chemist. I don't know all the things that are in it. There's not that much here, but there's something about it that just clicks. It's different than Chiseled Face Crematorium, which is one of my favorite aftershaves because of just how it goes on, how my face feels, and it doesn't feel sticky or anything. This is already, the tackiness is going away, and it's starting to feel soft. And it's not going to be an issue if I have to work physically and perspire or whatever. I'm not going to have that be an issue. So very happy with it. The soap, as I said, you're hard pressed to find a bad one. Companies are dropping like flies. You've probably seen Above the Ties done now. There was one or two others recently. Very pleasantly surprised too. They're in Nashville, Tennessee, so they're like, you know, not that far from me at all. A day's drive away. Long day. But anyway, as I said, you know, if you're looking for a tallow base, this isn't it. It's vegan. And I apologize. You can go to their site and look. I don't know that they have tallow. They might. But it's a good soap. I mean, you saw the lather from it and what it did. It's going to do everything you want. Is it as high-end with all the natural organic ingredients of some other soaps? If you're into all the little intricacies and the incremental improvements, people are constantly coming out with new bases, this probably isn't your company. But if you're just looking for a good shave soap, something that's going to work for you, do the job, and gives you the strong strength of scent that you're wanting, I think that's going to be the one that will fit you. So, I mean, that's my honest review on it. It's great soap. I really appreciate them reaching out, offering me a chance to use it and try it. I'll be looking at some others. He sent me some samples so I can smell some different scents. He's got a lot of other products. He's got an unscented soap, and you can get the little vials of the scent and add to it. So you can get like an unscented soap with a bunch of these small vials of the scent and change it up each day for yourself if you want. There's a, oh, what was it? There's something else he sent me. I can't remember, for my dome food for the scalp. So I'm looking forward to trying that. You know, I kind of buzz cut this once a week. And so I look forward to that. Anyway, that's the review. Wanted to get this in. Sorry it's a little longer. And hope you give them a try. Anyway, Dave in Kentucky, be kind, be safe, and we'll see you on the DFS forum.